Hey, what up, podcast? So, smoking section, another episode. This one is actually going to be really unique because I'm just literally walking down the street with my son and got super inspired, and it's super crazy, and it's a topic that I don't talk about much, but I want to kind of open up to anybody and everybody who's listening. So people who know me know I'm really private, and I keep a lot of my life private. You won't see me talking about my personal issues or my relationship issues on social media ever. I've never done that. I might post about my dad from time to time, but that's about it. And for those who don't know, if this is your first time listening, my dad passed away in 2016. So other than that, I keep everything to myself, but this is something that I do want to share. And it's about fatherhood. And it's a really big topic because I feel like we're not putting enough light on it. And, I remember growing up talking about fatherless children and deadbeat dads and and it's crazy because, the issue, it's a worldwide issue. It's an issue that we'll always have, but I think that we don't shine enough light onto the situations and everybody else's perspectives on fatherhood and parenthood in itself. But for me, as a father, I became a father to my beautiful son. He's about to be 2. I remember first finding out about, my son's birth. It was, a few months after my dad had passed away. Found out, boom, you're going to be a father. And it was shocking and exciting at the same time, and nerve-wracking, and all these emotions, and of course, I was like, let's have it. You know what I mean? We brought this child into the world, we made this decision, and here we go. So here we go. So a few months start rolling by, and I just want to make sure I give everybody this backstory before I get into everything, because I need you guys to understand where I come from. So a few months later, as the due date starts creeping closer and closer, there was a lot of things happening in my life, as far as finalizing the passing of my father, the estate, lawyers, this and that, distributing, assets, all the 9 yards. So this anxiety started setting in, and, I'm going to these meetings with my girlfriend, Sydney. I'm going to these meetings, and they're like, oh, you're probably getting really excited about your new baby and da-da-da. And, honestly, I wasn't excited. I was honestly feeling really, really resentful, and honestly, there was a lot of regret. And it was crazy to know that those type of feelings would come up during a time and situation like that. And for no reason. Nothing had changed in my life. No, I was still dancing. I was still working. I was still, doing all my stuff and still just doing my thing. So these feelings were coming out of nowhere. 4 months later, my son arrives. And let me tell you, when he came out and I held him in my arms for the first time, it was electric to know that was my boy, to know that his blood is mine and my flesh is his, bone of my bone, the leaf from my vine. And I fell in love, and all those doubts and insecurities and stuff that I had just went out the window. The moment I laid my eyes on him, like literally laid my eyes on his flesh. And now he's one of my best friends. He's my best pal. Honestly. But I say all that to say that fatherhood is a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster with ups and downs, turns, loop-de-loops, and parts where you have to stop and then go again. Big climbs and equally big drops. So, for anybody who might be feeling the anxiety or the downs when it comes to parenthood, just understand that those things come and go. And as long as you continue to work at it, things get better. Like, things turn around. Things change. Even when Elijah was first born, I felt a certain way because he always wanted to be with Sydney. But then it was like, dude, that's his mom. Like, he a mama boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got the tit. I don't. So, of course, he's going to be all over there. Mama, mama, mama. Oh, all dumb. Man, he pissed me off for that shit. Like, man, it, makes me jealous because she's giving him more love, and I want some love, too. Where's my love at? Fuck, we all get love. But it's just one of those things that you have to understand that 2 becomes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes even 5, 6, 7. And as those additions come into life, everything else just has to adjust a little bit. People make it seem like you have to change everything. Nah, you just have to adjust, bro. And since we're talking about fathers, let's think about it like sports. You have a new player sub in and you got to make adjustments now. According to that person. And Elijah has been healthy and just everything's on track. You know what I mean? But it's hard to try to fathom if he didn't. So if you're one of those parents, it's okay. It's okay to feel a struggle or to feel a burn when it comes to parenting your child. It's going to be a struggle. But the goal is to not give up and to keep pushing and keep fighting. Hey, kitty. This little cat came out of nowhere right now. I'm walking up this hill. I don't know if y'all can hear me breathing all hard. But walking up this hill with my son, trying to get my exercise in. And so I was like, I'm going to do this little podcast for my dads. And, I got me and my son right here. We're just enjoying the wilderness and the outdoors. And it's something that, if you never had a dad, this is your moment to change history. You know what I mean? If you had a good dad, if you had an honorable and respectable father, then this is your chance to repay him. No matter what your life situation is, taking on a child is a chance to right all your wrongs. To be able to pay the lessons forward unto a new, fresh life. A reincarnation of somebody who's important to you. I know my son one day is going to be a legend. He's going to be amazing at something. And it's not because of his DNA, but it's just because I know that loving him is all I need to do. And God will take care of the rest. I just got to love him. And me loving him, Father's love is sheltering him, guiding him, being there, letting him fall and helping him get up. So for all my fathers, if y'all really fucks with the podcast, please share it. Share it to another dad, anybody who might need to hear it. I'm just a normal guy out here with the rest of y'all, so I hope that this speaks to you guys. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna finish this walk with my boy and head home and just relax for the evening. So I hope everyone has a good day, night, week, year, life. All right. So you guys stay motivated. All right. Bang.